I'm going over this ZLX12P loudspeaker here. It's a 12-inch driver in there with a high frequency driver up top. I believe that is 1.5 inch. I forgot, I'm not sure. But it's a two-way full range speaker with a 1000 watt peak amplifier in the back right here. It's a pretty nice loudspeaker. I use it for a monitor rig and for my B rig for small bars under 150 people, and they do fine for that as long as the area is not too large that you're trying to cover. They're 90-degree coverage pattern speakers, and they have the monitor angle. With the DSP, it's one knob. Basically, you turn the speaker on, it boots up, and you hit the knob once. That gives you your menu. Allows you to adjust the mode. It's a music mode for music playback, DJ mode for club mode for DJs, and a live sound mode, and also a speech mode. It gives you different kinds of EQ curves, more that work better in different situations. So you can select that. There's also an extension sub selector on there once you push the knob in there and go through the menu. There's a bass and treble, boost and cut, so there's rudimentary EQ on there. And then you've got your two inputs. You've got a mixed output, and you've also got an auxiliary jack, which is a 1/8 of an inch input jack there. I've got 6 of these plus the EV-ZXA1 12-inch powered subwoofer. I use those together as monitors and mains in very small clubs under 150 people. My main A rig is a QSC KW153 and KW181 rig. Use that for shows up to 1,000 or so people, and these are the monitors that we use when we're using the QSC KW rig. Right now, this is speaker number 2. I go through and check them, measure them, clean them off. Just basic maintenance. Things you want to look for: dirt. Obviously, we use these outside a lot at multi-band shows, so they get moved around. This probably happened when we had an outdoor show in Edgewater, Maryland the other week, and it rained on my stuff, and I had to move everything really quickly. I bring rain gear with me everywhere I go, so that wasn't a problem. Nothing got wet. You want to check and make sure that your speakers are clean and that there are no dents or scratches on the grill. Some people don't care about that, but I really care about the appearance of my speakers, because sometimes I do high profile gigs, honestly, around a bunch of rich people, and I want them to look good. I want my speakers to not distract from the event. And that's what people should expect. You don't want to see dirty, broken up speakers, and they have to sound good as well, but it should look good too. Another thing you want to check is the hex bolts. They're all over this thing, and you want to check your IEC power inlet there. Check your pots, make sure nothing's damaged. Check your inputs and outputs. Check your amplifier pack, which is this thing right here. Make sure the hex screws are tight. Like I said, there's a lot of them. Then you want to put the speaker down. You want to check, make sure the handles are tight. Check the bottom for damage. Make sure it's got its this bolt here allows you to tighten it up, so when you put it on the stand, it's not loose. And check your feet, your rubber feet. Make sure they're tight. If they're not, go grab the hex key wrench and tighten them up. If you find anything else wrong with the speaker, go ahead and clean it up. Looks like we've got no grill damage or anything, and there's a little bit of dirt on the top. Like I said, that's from the muddy environment when it rained the other day, so I'm going to wipe that off. You don't want to use water to clean the speakers, obviously. Basically, these are plastic speakers. If they're plastic, you want to use your hand. If they're wood, then it depends on which speaker it is specifically. And the QSC KW speakers are wood. So take care of this myself. They're covered with texturized paint. Alright, looks good. Now I'm going to test it out for sound and measure the speaker.